Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Glad to see you guys here. You made it all here safely. You watched Tuesday's video. I told you guys we'd have another video Thursday, and I'm a man of my word, so I'm glad you guys are back. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure to do that. Drop a comment, because we give $25 a random comment in every video. You know what? Go ahead and like the video while you're here. Before we get into this one, we got some unboxings, as you guys can see. It's going to be a pretty casual video for us here in store, and then me and Brandon are actually going to get into some of the kind of behind the scenes business stuff and how we run CommonHype later in this video. So I know a lot of you guys might be looking forward to that. But before we get into it, I want to let you guys know this weekend, June 25th and 26th, we'll be at two different events. So the 25th will be in New Jersey for Soul Exchange, hopping on a flight Saturday night, and we're gonna be at Miami Got Soul on Sunday the 26th. So we look forward to seeing you guys at both of those events. Make sure you guys, if you're in either of those areas, pull up, come say what's up, and we'll be there.
Hey guys.
We're out there all alone.
We're banging on the door, but we figured you were filming.
Well, the boys just wanted you to know that the weekend after that, we're also going to be at Kobe Swap Meet. That's going to be July 2nd and 3rd, so that's going to be a two-day event for that weekend. We're excited to get back to San Diego for that event. It just doesn't end there, all right? I do have one more for you. On July 16th, we're going to be back in the Bay Area for the Dream Crew Convention, this sneaker event hosted by Kais Omar. It's not just any sneaker event, ladies and gentlemen. Let me pop up this flyer for you right here. It's going to be a little 3-on-3 basketball game. And as you can see by the flyer, we will be representing Phoenix Suns, all right? They got the Warriors, you know, it is what it is.
And maybe the day after Kais's event, we may be in Cleveland for Sneaker Exit.
We might pull up to Cleveland for Sneaker Exit. I forgot about that.
To be determined.
Listen, a lot of things going on before we got to get into it. Fit check me real quick, Brandon. Shake my hand tee, OG classic. But I wanted to show you guys these right here.
Wow.
Because you haven't seen that. All right, it's a CommonHype unreleased short. Just get ready for collection 2. Brandon, let me get you real quick, man.
All right. Speaking of collection 2, let's start right here, huh? How about the blue, white, and black Johns?
Wow.
You see it. Represent tee on top. This is one of my favorite tees, George Heaton. If you're watching this, you're a genius. And then my Sakai is per usual. Let's get into these unboxings real quick. Couple overseas boxes right here. All of them have black and white dunks in grade school sizes. This is the recession-proof shoe of 2022, along with all white Air Forces. So can never go wrong with those. We got a full pack of these from my guy overseas, so I appreciate that. One other event we didn't mention, Vegas SneakerCon. We've been getting a lot of questions regarding Vegas SneakerCon. We have no idea yet, quite honestly. So if we end up going, we'll let you guys know. Until then, we are not going. So just to answer all those questions, first and foremost, just can never go wrong. Comfort and style combined in one shoe. New Balance. New Balance, you should hit us up again.
Love to do another deal.
Love to do another deal with you, man. If you're watching this and you're interested in doing brand deals, you can message Bryson at CommonHypeAZ.com. Yes, he's got his own email now attached. Can you believe that? Look at us becoming a company. We'll talk more about the company things that we're doing behind the scenes later in this video, as Bryson mentioned. But we have a few more unboxings that we got to get handled. That also did not have a PO, so make sure I keep track of that one. This has seen better days, much better days. So we've got a foam runner. Much more damage happens, so that's good. But we got a size 6 ONYX foam runner right here. Foam runner slides, even in the sneaker recession that we're having, they seem to be the shoes that are continuously moving, so very happy about that. He left a note saying thank you for the deal. I love the vids and the vibes you guys give off. Just started reselling. Congrats, man. Thanks for the deal. Hopefully you made money on this deal, unlike us. A few more packages over here. Size 13, big boys, holler at me. Size 13 is just hard to come by in black and white, I must say. A couple more boxes. I'm not sure what's in this big box right here. I'm kind of interested. Looks like we have more New Balances here, which I love to absolutely see. New Balances have been doing really solid for us, and again, those neutral colors never miss. So size 13 New Balance, tough one to come by. Obviously the big sizes are. And then we've got another pair in a size 11. So shout out to this guy. He left a note in here if I can find it. Nope, just a PO. Cool. Thanks to that guy for sending those. 2 more boxes over here. Beautifully packaged by this guy. I'm not gonna take them out, but we have 2 pairs of military 4s right here. Both are men's sizing, so shout out to this guy for sending these in. We have stockpiled quite a few military 4s thus far, ladies and gentlemen. So I think that's just a really good shoe in general, and it sells well for us, so can't complain about that. In this box, it looks like we've got, wow, shocker, more military 4s in men's sizes. So that's gonna conclude today's unboxings, unless we get a few more here later in the day, but let's move on to the next clip. All right, everybody, let's talk business for a second. Now, some of the plans that we've had for CommonHype are things that you guys know nothing about. So I kind of want to give some inside look on your guys' end, so you guys can kind of relate to us a little bit in terms of the things that we're trying to do. We've got a couple comments about, hey, the boys are okay on the last video, and the previous video before that, it was you guys seem like you're down, or you know, are you guys, is everything okay? The content's been a little dry. But there's a few reasons for that. Number one being we're trying to open a new store. Number two being we've done a lot of traveling this summer, and whether a lot of you guys,
a lot of travel.
Yeah, whether you guys know it or not, or I know it comes across the camera sometimes, and some of you guys can pick up on it, but it's really, really exhausting traveling. And for some reason, you sit on a plane for 4 hours, you get off the plane, like you're not even doing anything but sitting down all day. But
yeah,
it's
but you're walking
exhausting.
through airports, you're in Ubers, you know, you're eating like weekends like this weekend, for example, where you're in one city taking a red eye to another city for an event the next day, where you got to have just as much energy, and then to come home and, you know, we're still working during the week, and then we're out the next weekend. So I mean, out of the month, I'd say on average we're gone at least 3 times a month, 3 weekends out of the 4 weekends in every month. So it does add up over time. There's creative blocks that, you know, I'll hit personally, and we all kind of hit as a team and stuff. So as time goes on, that stuff gets a little more exhausting, which is why we're, you know, putting a lot of time and focus into the new store, because once we get there, we're not going to be traveling as much kind of in that first probably 6 months that we're open.
I mean, we will, because the stores are going to be able to run themselves, and we're not going to have to be
Yeah.
there. But we're going to be very selective about the events that we go to and things of that nature. So,
But the content when we're in that new store, I guess is where I was trying to get to, is it'll almost be kind of unlimited. So we're just trying to get to that point. I want to make sure you guys get as many videos as I can give you, you know, during the week until we get there, even if they're not, you know, as crazy as going out to LA for 5 days and cashing out. We just don't have that time right now. But it'll come back around. We're going to get back in that position, you know, at some point next year. But right now we're just trying to smooth sail for about another 4 weeks until we can physically get into the new store, and then I think things will clear up a little bit.
yeah, but just understand, I mean, Bryson puts in a lot of work too on editing the videos, and he still is doing that himself. Now, he did post something. We are trying to bring on another full-time editor and videographer, and I think we found someone that fits the brand perfectly and exactly sees the future on kind of what we're trying to do. So that's exciting, because when Bryson can outsource the editing and stuff and just the tedious cutting clips, it's really going to expand his creative side on helping us with designing our stuff, because all the CommonHype stuff you see, it's all done in-house. Bryson, Drew, that's who does all of the stuff. So getting Bryson more into the creative side and helping, you know, put together a winter collection. You guys love the fits that he sees. Imagine Bryson being able to fully dedicate to a collection, and that's something he's really proud of, and you guys seem to like all of his fits, which means you guys are gonna love that on your side too, which brings us to the next point of the shorts. We've had these conversations at home where the shorts are crazy, right? We do a fantastic job with the shorts. We do a great job marketing it, and you guys seem to really love them too. Our colorways are really good, but we're running into kind of a standstill right now, just because we want someone to be able to see someone wearing CommonHype shirts and be like, yo, where can I get those? Yeah, you can shop them on CommonHypeEZ.com. They're there right now, rather than have somebody say, hey, where did you get those? Hey, they're available on CommonHype, but they all sold out. Like, that one person who may want to see that short and want to purchase them right now, that impulse buyer, you're not going to be able to convert that into a sale if you don't have the stock available in your website or in the store.
Well, I think we're also just learning about how much we can actually sell right now. It's like we do want to have enough to have in store and online stuff. I think there will be some situations where we will keep stuff more limited, and there's going to be situations where we're going to have, you know, enough for everyone, enough to bring to events, enough to have in store, you know, multiple locations kind of as time goes on. It's all kind of learning curves right now. I think our company grew a lot faster in the first year and a half that we were open compared to, you know, any other startup company. So I think we've kind of had the pressure of having to learn more faster, and with us being so dynamic in the space that we're doing with, you know, the marketing, which goes into YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and then the ads and the back ends that go into each and every one of those things, and the e-commerce, the Shopify, all the back end stuff that goes into Shopify, just things coming down to just as simple as paying taxes. Like, it's all stuff we've had to learn about over the last year and a half, and so kind of had to take on a lot of pressure of understanding that. And don't think we do everything ourselves. We definitely are able to balance everything and learn new things with the people we have, Johnson, Tommy, you know, Drew, you know, Steven, Bean, all these guys that can hold it down for us when we are in and out of town. I think it's a team effort. It's good for us to sit down and explain stuff to you guys, because you guys really just see the shoes and the stuff that we're buying, but you guys do want to know about the other side of it. This is kind of the other side of it.
Speaking of the content and stuff though, we are going to be focusing on the podcast stuff in the new HQ as well. And a bunch of questions you guys may have. Some of you guys have asked it, some of you guys are, you know, probably just holding the questions in. What is basically going to be the model of the podcast? Are you guys just going to be talking about sneakers? Are you guys, is it just going to be, you know, you and Bryson? Is it going to be you, Bryson, and Drew? And I think those are things that we're excited for, because I think the podcast, just as a different revenue stream, is going to bring in new avenues for CommonHype. Now, we really just want to do the podcast because it's something that we're interested in. We've always talked about it, but we know that we're going to get crazy guests on there, and it's not just going to be sneaker related. you know, we're gonna have podcasts where we sit down. It's gonna be real serious stuff like with Johnson, where we talk about business. And then there's gonna be, you know, the creative side where, you know, Dre has a bunch of connections. He's got a connection with Bob Menery. He's got connections to athletes in Scottsdale. So we can sit down with, you know, football athletes, basketball athletes, anyone like a JC from Urban Necessities. We could sit down with, you know, a Rick from Swish. We could sit down with a clothing company guy like the Private Selection guys, or a Ryan from Guest List. So there's so many different avenues that we can go with the podcast, and I think we're gonna give you guys a lot of variety within the podcast. It's not going to be focused on a specific niche, which I think you guys are going to really enjoy. And it's going to be set up really professional. We're going to have a full dedicated 300 square foot office space around it. So the content's going to be great on that. But that's, again, something Bryson can outsource to his other full-time editor, which allows him to focus on ideas for the podcast and things that we have.
I'm not gonna not be editing the videos. I still need to have control over them, because I feel like part of the reason the channel's grown to the point it has is because the quality of the videos and the way that, you know, I put them together in like a humble way. I mean to say that, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm gonna be overseeing a lot of them. I just kind of need help with that nitty gritty stuff, chopping up, you know, adding captions to event videos. Like, that stuff doesn't just happen. I have to go in and do that one by one. So like, those little things, they add up, and that's kind of the stuff I'd like to have time to help with. Our Instagram, we're gonna revamp the whole entire thing once we get into the new store. I hate the way our feed is right now, but it's just kind of based on time and what we're able to get done. So it totally works for what we're doing right now, but once we get into the new store, there's no excuse as to why, you know, if I'm sitting in a photo studio all day, that we can't have an extremely clean looking Instagram feed. So my focus is gonna be on all the content. We'll probably have 3 or 4 different other YouTube channels up by then, serving different purposes, but they're all very important, and I just want to be pumping out as much content as we possibly can. So I don't want to get too much into that today, because you guys will just kind of see it over time. I'd rather just introduce it as it happens. Yeah, I'll be full force on it once we get there, but I am looking forward to having a little help just kind of on that nitty gritty stuff that I don't really have the time to do right now, and it'll allow me the time to put into, you know, other factors of the content that we're doing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Some retail boxes we got over here. Mr. Brandon's getting back into botting. So it looks like we got a couple retail pairs here. Brandon brought these in today, so we are gonna see what he has for us.
I don't know. It doesn't look like a YEEZY supply box. Oh.
You know what these are. Oh, I did not know what these were. Now I know what these are. Mr. Brandon is trying to get a little criminal out here. Black Phazos. What do we got? What size, Tom? 9.5. I might have to keep these. And can't forget 2 Supreme stickers. All right. Wow. It's not what I expected, Mr. Tommy.
No.
Let's see what else we got. These are retail, so we don't even have a PO for these. Tommy's gonna be really upset. They want Brandon to have the Black Phazos. They want him. Look at that. Black Supreme laces. They should just come with these laces on it.
I agree.
Yeah,
they're hard.
Why not put the good laces on already? Like the sea foams. They put the bad laces on and let you put the white laces on yourself. Put the white laces on. Alright, so you think these are all going to be the same thing? Another 9.5. What do you think we got?
I think we got a bunch of them.
So it looks like we have 9 other pairs. We'll take one more out. It's another black Air Force, probably cut to whatever Bryson decides to put after this. I have a hunch. I think it's going to be another black Air Force one. It always pays a double check. You know what they say?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that Aaron Rodgers? No, look at that. See what's up. Look at that. Now we got an all white Supreme Air Force One. Just because Brandon hit it for retail doesn't mean you're not on the website. They are definitely going to be on the website. Actually, I don't know if they're going to be on the website, but if they are, you know where to shop them. CommonHypeAZ.com. You might be up at like 3 a.m. Be like, I need some black Air Force Ones. I need them. So go right on over to our website, and we'll have them shipped for you the next morning. Me, Bennett, Tommy, Alyssa, one of us. Not Drew. Drew will not ship it out for you, but we will in no time. Look at that, Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
That's a beautiful shoe, size 9. So it looks like they're going to mostly be black and white Air Forces. I don't know if we're going to have any boxes to unopen. We will see. Great job, Brandon. You're doing great.
Retail boys.
The retail boys.
All right, that's gonna wrap up today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Reminder, this weekend, Soul Exchange, New Jersey. Miami got Soul. Weekend after that, for 4th of July, we got Kobe Swap Meet. Weekend after that, maybe Vegas, I don't know yet. And then the weekend after that, we have the Dream Crew event, and then possibly Sneaker X at Cleveland. So if you guys enjoyed this video, hopefully you guys liked some of the business aspect of things. I know a lot of you guys do enjoy that. Be sure to just drop a comment for us. Give a like to the channel. Even if you don't purchase anything from us, the like on the channel and the subscription really just does help propel all of the stuff that we're trying to do here at CommonHype. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video.